morning, guys. Florida Patriot 71, Laura here, coming at you from bright, sunny, beautiful Florida again. I thought I'd do something a little bit different with you guys today. And this is really off my topic, which I told you guys, like, sometimes I've got things to say, and it's not always about dogs. Although I do have a few things at the end that I want to throw in about the fur babies, because I never forget about them either. I definitely want to say right off the bat, I'm sorry, I'm doing something a little different here today, and I might have trouble at first getting it like perfect, but you know, we're working with it. We're still pretty ghetto fab here, so we're working with it. What I want to talk to you about today is financial in nature. And I do want to say that I am not a financial planner, and I am not giving you financial advice. Anything you do, you should probably check out with your financial advisor and do your research before you invest in anything or do anything. Also want to say that there's nothing that I'm going to say here that's going to make me money. Like, I'm not trying to sell you something or convince you of anything, or do you know what I'm saying? I'm sharing what I think is coming. I watch a ton of financial advisors. Part of my lineup every day is some of the top financial minds in this country, literally. And I get the market wrap and the market watch every day, and I pay attention, and I pay attention to what's going on around me. The first thing I want to say is part of, my dad taught me this a long time ago, part of making money when you're a poor guy, and I mean poor as in you don't have millions to invest, because if you have millions to invest, you can make millions off of it, that's for sure. But making money off of very little is very difficult to do. And if you want to do something like that, you have to have some forethought. You have to be able to recognize patterns. And you have to expand your mind and think, what's going to be the next thing? You know, like, and I'm just going to bring them up. I know that a lot of you do like them, a lot of you don't like them, but I'm just going to say, what's his name? AMTV guy, Chris Green. Like, him and the Bitcoin thing. Like, whether we like him or we don't or whatever, we probably could all say that I think that he's probably made money in Bitcoin. And that's great. Like, you've got to be, everybody wants to make money here, people. We're not here, none of us are going to work for free every day. We have to be in the system. I'm a simple person, and I'm a very cheap date. Like, I am extremely cheap date. I don't like to shop. I don't like to go anywhere, really. And I don't. Every time I leave the house, I'm thinking about how my money is being spent. Like, even from the gas tank, right from the first. I mean, that's all. My brother and I call ourselves Kernsteins, because we seriously. I am tight. You know what I mean? I am very tight. That was probably an insult to somebody. Very racist. I'm sorry. I apologize. But I'm insulting you that you're rich or usually very frugal. So I think it's a compliment, actually. Anyway, you know I'm not PC, and this is not the one. Like, you know, I'm gonna get things wrong and screw things up. Shit flies out of there. Never know what's coming. Anyway, I have been taking some notes and watching things, and I want to tell you what I'm doing, okay, and what I think. We as a nation, not even just our national debt, but we as a nation are more in debt than ever. There are more middle-class people putting medical procedures on credit cards, groceries on credit cards, their rent. I mean, they're down to almost paying other credit cards with credit cards. I mean, you know what I mean? They can't do that, but you know what I'm saying. It's really that serious. We are seriously in an age of debt. And whereas our government can our government has ways of writing off their debt and getting rid of it, and paying people pennies on the dollar. And yes, you can file for bankruptcy as well. I get that. I'm sorry, guys. Once again. But as a whole, this nation is in a lot of debt. So the first thing I want to say is that in order to accrue any wealth or to have anything, the first thing you need to realize is if you're paying on interest monthly on things you've already bought, and already put to use, and probably and possibly already put to use and gotten rid of, and you're still paying for it at 29% interest. Oh wow, I'm really gonna have to work with this, guys. I am so sorry. Like, I am a retard. You really got to think about what you're doing there. Like, I know that sometimes it's necessary, and I get it. If you can at all pay off your debt, pay off your debt. I am a firm believer in all that. I have debt. I'm not telling you something I'm not taking into my own advice. I have debt. And I've been really working towards that, because I think being financially free from as many payments as possible is the best possible thing you can do. And yeah, you might not have the best and the newest iPhone or a good way to make videos for YouTube, but you might have some freedom when you go to bed at night. And your nails don't have to be perfect. Your hair, I just went and got, and can't you see it, a $13 haircut at Great Clips, and you get what you pay for, people. But you know what? It grows back. And I'm going to have to cut it again in 2 weeks if she did. No, I did tell her to take the bangs a little shorter, but oh my God, not that short. But they grow so damn fast. Like, who cares? It's hair. I get it that some people have a job, they have to look nice. You still don't have to spend $200 for a haircut or getting your hair done. And I'm sorry, that's just one of those things. That's a pet peeve of mine. But that's the first thing we need to do, is get out of debt as a society. We all know what's going on here with these interest rates. Now, let's face it, when the economy's booming and things are going well, we raise interest rates. We only lower interest rates when there's a problem or when we need a boost or a push, okay? So you can think of interest rates being lowered as kind of like the fix for an addict. You know what I mean? Like, you're getting that shot that's going to put it up to the next little drift, but this market's not really going anywhere. You know what I mean? It's like, there's nothing to be said for it. Now, if you're betting on the short, you know what I mean? You might be doing something, but, or if you're going real long, going real long term. So, we know that, I don't know if you guys know this, but this is the deal. So, we all know hard assets are the only way to really make money and invest in our futures. That's the other thing I was going to say. 401k plans, retirement plans, they're getting shot all to hell right now. There's a lot going on that people are losing a lot of money in their 401ks and their long-term investment plans. So that's one thing I want to say. So we know that for a little guy, the only real way to make money is having hard assets that you buy at one price, and as the value goes up, you have equity in that thing. So just like a home, okay? You pay $80,000, $90,000 for a home, let's say. I know that's really, I know. I'm just putting numbers out there. It doesn't matter what they are. And 2 years from now, it's valued at $125,000. You didn't do anything for that money, but you made that money. Like, you could go to the bank and take that money, which you should not take that money. You should keep letting it accrue, accumulate, but don't dig, please. But you're making money on your money, okay? So hard assets right now are going to be the only way to really make money. And you have to be able to see what the next wave is going to be. What's the thing coming next that's going to make the most money short term? And how can you take advantage of that? I do believe, and I think there's a lot of people out there that believe that now that we have some arrests that have happened over manipulation of price of silver and gold, that we are going to have a little bit of a rise here going on. The second thing that goes into that is that the supply and demand factor. Silver miners have sold silver that they haven't taken out of the ground. They have not mined it at all. There's a super big shortage of silver. We use it in manufacturing. We use it in some of our weapons that we manufacture, cars, phones. We use a lot of silver as a society. And you want to know who's buying silver right now? JP Morgan, the bigger banks, countries as a whole are buying gold and silver. China has been, I think that it was China or Russia was the largest purchaser as a government of precious metals in the past year. So, when the rich people are buying something that everybody else says there's no future in, but the rich people are buying it up, I'd say it's probably time to take a look at it. So, how do we buy silver and invest in silver? Because the truth of the matter is, I mean, yeah, if you're just going to buy a couple $100 worth of silver a month or something like that, storage isn't a problem for a while. And I'm saying silver because it's the poor man's gold. Like, I can't afford an ounce gold. Do you see what I'm saying? So that's why I'm using silver as an example, but gold definitely goes right here too. However, the bigger money is to be made in silver as far as steps to be made. Most of the people that are doing the forecasting right now and talking about what's coming in the future for investments and what you can make money off of, right now, silver is at a 86 to 1 ratio to gold. So you could have 86 to 90 ounces of silver for each ounce of gold. Okay, so it's an 86 to 1 ratio. They're talking about silver going anywhere from 4 to 1 to 1 to 1, which means that silver that you're buying right now for $17 a gram is going to go to $1,700 a gram. Now that's the high side, and with our fingers crossed, our toes touched, and grandma's on the case. You know what I mean? Like that's like if things go great, okay? If things go really great. If things even go half as great as they think, you're talking at least a 4 or 5 to 1 ratio. Even if it's 10 to 1 ratio, think of the money you've made. I mean, it's really crazy what there is to be made there, because they haven't allowed these hard assets to rise like they should have been all this time. They've been suppressing them and holding them down. They've been lying about, and actually, and that's the other thing I was gonna say. So let's say that you're past the point of really just buying a few grams and a few ounces of this and that here and there, and you're ready to invest real money. I mean, and I'm saying real money is a few $1,000s. I'm not saying real money is in $10,000, $20,000. Then what do you do? Well, I've been looking into it some. And you could invest in the mining companies. Mining companies is a pretty safe bet right now. You want to do your research and find a reputable company. And I'm not representing any companies, and I'm not telling you any companies right here, because that's something you should probably research on your own, okay? Mining companies are a great idea. But also I have found that, so there's a couple different ways you can go. You can invest in the mining companies. You can invest in them, oh man, it'll come to me, I hope. Or you can invest in mining companies. There's some risk. But the mining royalty companies, now, these are companies that make money if silver makes money, and then you get a percentage of what they're making, okay? So there's not a whole lot of risk there, because if they don't make it, you know what I mean, you didn't lose anything. But there's a lot to be gained there, and there's a lot, and you can look at it yourself. Just look up mining royalty companies and mining investment companies, mining stocks. Okay, just look at all of that up, and you'll see the same thing I did. All of these companies are growing, steadily growing. They're not having these big dips and stuff, because my light's getting different because it's kind of morning time. But anyway, I am. This is not for you, it's for me. I'm just sharing with you what I've been gathering, what I've been deducing from just my prior experience of what I've been through in my life. The way my dad is very well off. People say all the time that, well, your family has so much money. My family has money. When your family's rich, that doesn't mean you're rich. There's some trickle-down economics, like, yeah, I might get mom's old iPad when she gets a new one, but Laura isn't rich because her parents are rich. I work for my money. I've had to start over completely from scratch at 41 or 42 years old. Like, I am working for what I get here, and I'm not taking any easy ways out. But this is the research I've been doing because I'm a little guy. I'm starting to have a little bit of disposable income. And that's the other thing. You never invest anything that you're not willing to do without. If you can't invest it and kiss it goodbye and say, okay, if that comes back to me, great. If not, great. Then don't invest it. Okay? You need to feel comfortable that you could lose that money when you start investing on your own. Now, I'm just getting at that point where I have a little teeny bit of disposable income that I'm starting to worry, and I'm worried. Look, guys, I am older. I'm not married, and I'm not the favorite kid. So I do worry about my financial future. I do a lot. And I am trying to find a way to make up for some, not lost time, but ran over time. So, I know it's terrible. I smoke entirely too much. Like, you guys have no idea. So anyway, that's what I'm doing. I'm looking into the stock companies, the royalty companies, and I do buy the hard asset itself as well, because, you know, everything goes down hell in a haywire, and there's no electricity and no internet. Nobody knows what anybody has anymore. So having some actual physical, tangible monetary system is going to be important, because that fiat currency, that IOU that you have in your pocket, ain't going to be worth shit when that time comes. Nothing. So, is there a recession on the way? Hell yeah, there is. Hell yeah, there is. In fact, it's here. They're covering it up by boosting these numbers here and there and everywhere. And Donald Trump comes out and says one thing about the trade war going well, and the stock market increases. Like, I'm sorry, I do think he was the best choice over Hillary. I will vote for him again. He is not the end-all, save-all. And there's mistakes being made here. And they're so worried about getting this financial system over the hump of the 2020 election. They're doing anything possible to make you think there is no problem. Because there's nothing worse for an election year for a president going in for a second-term election for the economy to be gone bad. So that's not what he wants right now. And if he does, he wants to make sure it looks like it's the big banks and the Fed's fault, which it probably will be. However, there is a downturn coming, and it's fast approaching. And I suggest you get your ducks in a row. I'm getting my ducks in a row, because I saw that shit coming in 2007 and 8, and I did not put enough. I did great about selling our house on time and not going down with that ship, but I could have done so much more. I could have made so much more money, because I saw what was going to happen. And, you know, you're dumb and you're young, and you do dumb things, and that's what I did, dumb things. So, you know, time's lost. But I can see the patterns. I know it's coming. I can see what's happening, and I'm going to take advantage this time. I'm not going to let it run past me this time. I'm going to figure out what the next thing's going to be, and I'm going to put my money in that. And I'm not going to continue to hold on to things that aren't anymore. You can't hold on to your old ways of thinking of what's going to make you money. You have to adapt and change with the times, and bring yourself up to it. Like I said, I'm not ready to invest hundreds of thousands of dollars. But I need to know enough so that I don't hurt myself. Because, yeah, as I said, I'm not going to invest in anything that I can't live without and can't give up. The bugs are getting bad. It's getting late. But I also would love it if I made money, of course. What do you guys think of that background? It's here by my fire pit. Yeah, I had to make notes because I'm a ding-dong. I'm a big ding-dong. Okay, so... talked about manipulation. Oh yeah, this was just a statistic in the silver. Listen to this. This is the math. For every 2,800 tons of silver that's pulled out of the ground, there's 6,000 tons sold already. Do the math. So, I mean, let's come on, people. I'm getting on this bus before it leaves me. I'm getting on this bus. And I'm not going to say that I'm not getting into some cryptos too, because I am. But I think the silver is where the bigger money, and it's the safer money. You know what I mean? It's the safer money. Yeah, so, you know, with that kind of math, there's going to be a failure to deliver at some point, which means there won't be the silver they've already sold to these companies for manufacturing and so forth. And that's when that price is going to go like a little rubber band. So I just wanted to bring that information to you. Again, like I said, I'm not a financial advisor. I'm not here to help you make money today. I'm not selling anything. I don't have a gold link. I don't have this. I don't have any. I'm coming to you with what I've learned over my history of life and what I see coming. And I'm a pretty good business person, I think. I don't do badly. And I just wanted to try to, if I could help one person. You know what I mean? And that's the other thing. Okay, that's my next subject I want to get to. I got a couple things, a couple shout outs to a couple of their channels that I want to make really quick. And I just want to address these things on video because I just want everybody to know how much, you know what I mean? I just want everybody to know, and not just the person I'm talking. So, JStone78, I got to tell you, girl, your bug out bag live show totally helped me so much. And I'll tell you why it helped me so much is because I'm not from here and I've never been in that situation. But the things I'm preparing for, you're right. They aren't the most likely of scenarios here. And you've got to, just like everything's got to be tailored to what your scenario is going to be. Yeah, it's getting hot, guys. It's sweaty. Whew. Yeah, super hot. I mean, literally, I'm drenched every day by 10 in the morning. Okay, so that was to JStone. So your bug out bag thing really helped me out, and I'm gonna be changing my bug out bag and adding and taking away from and fixing it right away, because you were right. You're absolutely right. The few things that I did, oh, and the other thing I wanted to say was the Central Florida pepper. I was just watching a video he did, and he was talking about how somebody was upset with him because he monetized his channel. First thing I want to say is, you know what, Central Florida pepper, don't worry about it. You can't worry about what every little person thinks of you. You cannot. If you don't monetize your channel is not going to grow. Period. That's it. Period. It's not about the money. Nobody's making big money here off YouTube. Nobody. The affiliates and stuff like that we do, you do because you have the channel. You might as well put it there. But it's not like, I don't know about other people. I'm not dependent on this money to get me by. I have a pretty good feeling there's not enough money to be made here to get me by. I need to make money. Like, more than a little bit. You know what I mean? So, that's why you won't get videos from me every day, and I won't be coming to you every single day like I would like to, because I can't. And they're right. Central Florida Pepper's right. It takes a lot of time and energy to put into doing these things, and the live streams and stuff, and the research, and the, you know, a lot goes into it, and it's harder than I thought it would be. And everybody needs to make a living, folks. Like, but in my opinion, don't respond to people that are negative in any way. You don't have to explain yourself. You don't have to justify yourself. Hey! Levi. That's my bossy asshole right there. Levi, come here. Quickly, leave him alone. You're being a jerk. You're dirty. Go lay down. They're so dirty already. I'll show you in a minute. But yeah, Central Florida Prepper. Don't let people's haters are gonna hate. You know what I mean? Don't worry, guy. Don't worry about it. Just don't even acknowledge it. Okay, the dog things I want to talk about. I'm going to be doing some product review things for you. I have ordered some dry shampoo. Of course, we got the muzzle. You know, the wipes that I use, what the best ones are. I've got this new paw cleaner I want to show you guys. So I'm going to do some doggy product reviews. The things that you need, the things that you don't, the things that you think you need and that you do need, what kind do you need? Because there's a lot of stuff out there that doesn't work, and I want things that work. So I'd rather me try 4 or 5 different dry shampoos than you have to buy 4 or 5 to get to the right one. I'm going to find it and I'm going to bring it to you. So that's the things that I can do for you that are underway. I've already ordered the stuff. It's just a matter of getting it and trying it and showing you what they are. I will say one thing I'm having a hard time with, and I have a couple dogs that I'm having this hard time with. Levi, don't be mean. Don't be a bully. I don't like bullies. Oh, I just totally lost. Oh, something I'm having a hard time with a couple of my dogs is food aggression. And I know I talked to you guys a little bit about Asher and his issues, but I have another dog also that I take care of quite frequently, my 3-legged hound dog. I think you guys have met him before. But he's super food aggressive. And of course I do all the normal things, separate them and all that. And, you know, I try to, you know, feed them all at the same time so they don't. But there's still some issues going on there. So I don't know if you guys have any suggestions for me either. Sometimes you guys have way better information than I can even bring you. So I look forward to you guys helping me out with some of these things sometimes. And I also wanted to say a little bit about, you know, people always ask me, how do you make them all get along like you do? Like, all your dogs get along. I have 2 neutered males here. And right now I only have 1 bitch, but all the rest are neutered males. And except for the little occasional spat where Levi doesn't want anybody to get close to his bush or his tree or his toy or his food or his brother or his mommy, or yeah, he's a Chihuahua by nature. He really is. He's kind of ornery. But aside from those little spats that you have and the bitches telling the dudes to get off them when they're humping them and blah blah, we don't have fights. But we operate in a pack mentality. We do everything together. Everybody gets treated the same. You know what I mean? I don't treat my dogs any differently when there's other dogs here. My dogs are just part of the boarding population when the dogs are here. I feed them and everything after and before, so that everyone gets treated the same, and we operate in a pack mentality, and nobody's boss but me. So that's how I maintain the peace here. And when you have a lot of dogs, that's something that you have to kind of do. Yesterday I had 9 dogs because I think everybody was so sick of their dogs from being pinned up from the storm. They all sent them to daycare yesterday. So I had quite a few dogs yesterday, and that's why I didn't get to you guys. And over the weekend, it was just so much. And my husband did get in a car, or boyfriend did get in a car accident yesterday as well, on 95, no doubt. And he did fine. It was just super scary. And you know, there's just been a lot going on. So I'm sorry that I didn't get to you with the video sooner. And I'm sorry that I'm not going live right now. I was actually up kind of early. I was stealth listening to Jay Stone's live stream this morning in West Virginia and a little bit through there. So I was up super early, but I just didn't feel like participating in chat. Sometimes I cannot. I'm just too tired. And sometimes I just don't have anything to say about what's being said, you know, or whatever. But I figured since you guys have probably just pretty much gone to bed, and, you know, we're all the same crowd, it would have been senseless for me to go live this early in the morning. And I wanted to kind of get this done before it got real hot and I started getting sweaty. That's hilarious here in Florida. I'm so ready for the weather to break. So ready. Anyway, I hope this video helped you guys in some way. And if anything else, I hope it prompts you to look into what I'm saying. Do a little bit of research. See what you think. Come back at me with what you think. I need the input. I don't get a lot of it. You know, sometimes you're the only one in your family that's interested in the things you're interested in. And it's kind of hard because there's nobody giving me any feedback. So, you know, I would appreciate that feedback. You guys are very, Willow, no digging. You guys are very smart, and we have a hell of a family. And I really do look forward to your input. What do you guys think the next turn is going to be? You guys see it as well as I do. I'm sure you guys listen to some of the same people I do. What do you guys see coming? What do you think is best? What direction you think we should go in? What are you doing with your money to make money? How are you trying to get prepared for this next economic downturn? Give me some ideas. Let's have some discussion. I think that's the main thing I want to promote here on this channel. It doesn't matter if it's dog, or if it's survival, or if it's dog training, or if it's what it is. Current events, politics, it doesn't matter. I just want the discussion. I want to hear what you guys have to say. Buzzed Beyond, I just want to say shout out to you, man. Thank you so much for working with me on this. I am gonna you know, we'll work on it and get something going for that. I think it would be really great. And I do leave my email in the description of most videos that I remember to do that. Anybody that wants to email me with any ideas, things that you think we should do, show ideas, do you have something to say that you want to come on and say? You know, I'm always open to all those things. And I will work with you guys too on doing some submissive training later on in the week, maybe my next video. I need to do some of that with Levi, so I will like to have you guys there for that. Levi's he's gonna be my tough dog. He just thinks he's huge and he's not. So funny. But anyway, do you want to see the fur babies I have today? Okay. So I don't know if you guys can even see. So I have Asher and Quigley. The black one's mine. The gray one's the show dog. I hope you're seeing that. And then over here we have Willow and Levi. Willow is the German Shepherd, my service dog, and that's my Levi there beside her. And they're kind of boyfriend and girlfriend. And then this is Jackson, and he just stays by mommy all day. He's a mommy's boy. He's hot. He needs to go inside. And then I have Juno coming, who hasn't gotten here yet. That's the female daycare dog I've had for a long, long time, you guys know. And then I have the three-legger inside. He's older, so he doesn't come out as much, and he's on kind of a strict diet. And the younger dogs bother him. So anyway, before the dogs start barking, I just want to say that I love you guys all so very much, and I really appreciate every bit of the input and all of the support that you guys have given me. Sweet Jenna, Buzz Beyond, 3% Report, Bones, Road to Prison. There's so many of them. Darn, there was some. Kylie. I haven't heard back from you, Kylie. I hope everything's okay. Grandma D, Helen. I love you guys. I really do. I enjoy so much talking to you guys. I really do. Snafu Curio. And of course, Adam and his wife. I'm sorry, I don't even know her name. That's terrible. I really appreciate all that the whole family has done for me. Even just, I mean, you probably guys don't even realize how much, it's just a sweaty mess. It's so gross, I'm so sorry. Now, I'll do it in the air conditioning next time. I thought I could beat the heat. Crazy time. But anyway, you guys have really brought a lot to my life, and I appreciate you all. And I love you, and I hope you have a great day. If I don't see you tomorrow, I hope you have a great day tomorrow. And like I said, I will see you when I see you, because I have to work, and I have a busy week this week, thankfully. So I will talk to you too about next time. I already thought about what my next show. My next video is going to be about setting boundaries when you're in your own business. Setting boundaries between how far it is to go too far when you're letting it interrupt your life too much, and you're not paying attention to yourself and your spirituality. You're just on go mode for work, and how that could impact you inside and out. So that's the thing I want to talk about next. And I would do some dog training videos, but I have to set up the whole other system and then tripod, and I can't do that right now. It would technologically retarded, tell you. Holla. I love you guys. I really appreciate you putting up with me. Have a great day.